Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new, subscribe, get on this journey with us, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. So, quick turnaround from the game on Saturday, straight now into Leicester. This is our match preview for Leicester City v Aston Villa. And it's a game where, for me, it's all about Aston Villa. It's all about what Aston Villa do in this game. Have we recovered enough from playing on Saturday evening? I think we need to have rested our bodies, relaxed, and then get ready to go again because it's going to be a difficult game. But, Leicester played on Saturday as well, so they're in the same position. Leicester have just sacked Brendan Rodgers as well, so they go into it now without a first-team manager, searching for a manager, and I think they've gave it to a coach that has been in and around the club for quite a number of years now. So, there's always that potential new manager bounce, etc. But I think for Aston Villa, we've just got to literally focus on what we can do. And I think the fact that we have had that heavy defeat to them at home already this season will, probably have made Unai Emery even more aware of their players that they have got that can hurt us. And just tactically, I think he'll have us more focused, fired up and ready to go. He spoke about after the game that, it was time to sort of get ready to go to that next challenge for Tuesday night as well. So he knows that we've got to just relax and then focus on what we've got ahead to Leicester as well. So I think it will be a difficult game. Obviously, every single game in the Premier League is difficult. There are no easy games anyway, whether they're at the top, the bottom, in the middle. So I don't really think them sacking Rodgers changes it too much because I think that they're down there anyway, low on confidence. It might give their fan base a bit of a lift, but I think they are struggling. They're struggling to score goals. I think all the way through the season, everybody said, Leicester have got too much. They've got too much to go down. I don't think that they will go down, etc. But they're still down there, aren't they? And they're down there for a reason. And I think they just have a bit of a mare from time to time in games where it gets a little bit tight, and then they're always on the losing side of those tight games. And we saw that against Crystal Palace. So I think it will be a difficult game, but like I said earlier, I think it's more about what Aston Villa do. If Villa go there and do what I expect them to do, so keep possession of the football, really get a foothold in the game, try to dominate possession, I think it'll be a totally different game to what we saw against Chelsea. I think it'll be Villa trying to get on the front foot, playing out from the back a little bit more, being that little bit more expansive. So I think with that in mind, I think we'll try and look to dominate the game, and Leicester will try and hit us on the break and counter us as well. And I think sometimes when you look at that new manager bounce, it's sometimes because the new manager comes in, he starts playing players that maybe haven't featured too much. He tries to put his own identity. But I think if you look at the Leicester City team, I think generally it picks itself. I think if you look at it, I think you're always going to have Maddison in there. You're going to have Harvey Barnes. You're going to have Drewsbury Hall. You're going to have probably Daka or Iheanacho up top. The defence is pretty much going to stay the same. So I think lineup-wise, it's pretty much going to be similar. And this is why I think it's a little bit weird for Leicester in the long run to have got rid of Rodgers, because I think they're victims of their own success, a little bit like West Ham in the sense that when you achieve and when you do well, that expectation grows, and the expectation probably has grown in the Leicester City fan base. And I think obviously they're looking at the table thinking they potentially go down, but I think if they'd have just stayed calm, I reckon Rodgers would have got him out of it. I think Rodgers is a really good coach, and to be fair, Rodgers has had Emery's number a little bit in their head-to-heads over the years as well. So I think it's probably a blessing that we're not coming up against him, because Unai has had a bit of a mare against him in his records, to be fair. So, yeah, I think like I say, it'll be a difficult game, but if Villa go about it with the right application, then I think we get this win, and our mentality is fantastic. We're on a great run of form, and I expect us to rock up there, score goals, and win the game. So let's have a little bit of a look of what we can expect then. So we've got in this game then, so if we have a look at the recent head-to-head then, so you've got Leicester with 11 wins, Villa with 6. We've got 4 home wins, 2 away wins, and there's been 10 draws. Our recent meetings, pretty mixed, to be fair, aren't they? We lost 4-2 at home this season, which was a really bad result. We drew 0-0 last season. We beat them 2-1. We lost 2-1, and then we've beaten 1-0 as well. So a bit of a mixed bag, really, when we're coming up against Leicester. Recent form, Aston Villa are unbeaten in 5. So we've beat Everton, beat Palace, drew to West Ham, beat Bournemouth, beat Chelsea, and Leicester's run there is just not great, is it? So this season we're 9th, they're 19th. We've won 12, they've won 7. We've lost 11 and they've lost 17. So they've lost a lot of games. We're conceding 1.39 per game. They're conceding 1.75. We've had 9 clean sheets. They've had 6. And they've got a better chance created per match over Villa of a 1.57. This is Leicester's recent form. So after beating Villa and Spurs, where they sort of looked like they were going to climb out of it, they've gone on an absolute stinking run. And I guess that's why Rodgers has lost his job. So Leicester's danger creation over the course of the whole season looks like this. And this is what I was saying about, I can imagine that the new manager's not going to change too much. I think we know that they are predominantly a 4-2-3-1 side, or a 4-3-3. They play with wingers. And you can see on their danger creation that the majority of their chances comes down the left and the right-hand side. This is how they started their last game. Again, pretty much, I reckon this formation is pretty similar to what they're going to go with against us. I can't see him changing it too much. You've got Ndidi, Dewsbury Hall, Harvey Barnes, Tete, Madison, Daka, Christensen, Castagna, Faze, Suter, and Iverson. I expect it to look something similar to that. And this was their average position against Crystal Palace. And in the game against Palace, they conceded over 30 shots against Crystal Palace away from home, which is just far too easy. They're far too easy to play against. Look how deep James Maddison is. They are compact. They are a little bit organised, but I just think they are far too easy to play against. This was their passing network against Crystal Palace, which isn't too bad, to be fair. You can see that they're using Harvey Barnes quite a lot. And interesting, in this game, you can see from the average position that Maddison was quite deep. The majority of their play was going through the left-hand side. This is their style of play: quick attack, short passes. They're a passing side, and they're looking to play on the counter-attack. So I'm looking forward to the game, of course. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's another test for Villa. It's a test to see whether we can back up that really good result against Chelsea. And I just think we're in a fantastic run of form. And like we've said all weekend, really, absolutely loving watching Villa, loving seeing us play, loving the vibe under Unai Emery, loving the vibe of the fan base. And I think if we can come away with a victory in this game, that atmosphere on Saturday at Villa Park is going to be, it's going to be fantastic, isn't it? It's going to be great. So I think it'd be great anyway. But, if we're still on the back of on this unbeaten run, then, that European dream is proper in steamroller mode. So, I just thought I'd just come on, give my thoughts ahead of the game. I know a lot of you are probably going to be thinking about this new manager bounce, but, let's not forget that they have had a good manager. Brendan Rodgers is a good manager. So they're going to struggle to get a better coach than Brendan Rodgers in with 10 games to go. They've panicked. I think they've realised that there is only 10 games to go. They're going to need, they're only a couple of points from getting out of it anyway. So it's super, super tight down the bottom of the league. And I am absolutely loving the relegation battle, to be fair. I think I've been doing a lot of it on my other channel. If you have a look at the league now, it's still Palace. I think Palace aren't out of it, but I think that win against Leicester will, they only need 3 wins now and they're safe. So they've got 11 games. Well, they've got 9 games to go. So I imagine Palace will get out of it. I think Wolves are still in big, big trouble after their draw against Nottingham Forest. Leeds, again, they've got some big games coming up. I think they've got to play Forest and Palace soon as well. Big game tonight for Everton against Spurs. Leicester, again, 25 points. 19th place in the tables. It's not great, is it? And then Aston Villa, if we can beat Leicester, we will go on to 44 points. So again, climbing that table. So really excited. We've had a quick turnaround in episodes, really, because of this game week. It's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So we'll have a predicted lineup out tomorrow as well on the day of the game. So we'll go through the sides, how I expect each side to play, etc. So if you want to pop by and join us for that one, that'd be great. We are all going to the game as well, me, Justin and Ryan. So we'll do a fan cam after the game. And then we'll just ramp up the content towards the weekend for Nottingham Forest at home as well. So get on this journey with us, man. The views have been brilliant over the weekend. The subscribers have been going up. So, everybody's absolutely loving it. It's a happy place. And I think everybody knows now the direction in which Aston Villa are going in. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Up the Villa. And I'll see you all tomorrow.